The cafes here in Naples have the widest selection of breakfast items and also some of the best pricing for food that I've seen anywhere in Italy. You can have a whole dinner for 3 people for around 20 euros if you're just talking about pizza or pasta, and it's really affordable here for food. So I usually like to try the public transit when I'm in a new city. I think it's fun because you kind of experience the place like a local. The trains here are so cool. They're all graffitied, which normally it might bother me, but they're so beautifully done here. It's kind of fun. And I just want to mention, so a taxi from Naples to here, they ask for about 100 euros, which is a huge ripoff because it's 14 miles. But for 250 euro, you can get on the train. It's faster, much more convenient. It goes right to Pompeii, and just a great way to get around. Right now we're inside of an old Roman bath, and you can see how amazingly well preserved this was. This city was founded sometime around 450 BC by the Greeks, and then it was taken over by the Romans, and it became a really wealthy city because it was near the Appian Way, which is a major trading route, and there's a lot of rich agricultural lands in this area. So a lot of Romans built their villas here, and the old wealthier Greek families changed their name to Roman names to show assimilation. But then, of course, the famous eruption happened. I believe it was in 690 AD, and the whole area is used to earthquakes, but they hadn't had a major eruption like that. And the eruption lasted for 2 days. And it started slowly, so a population of 20,000, most people got out, but they think about 1,150 people, or that's how many bodies have been found so far, were stuck here. They think that temperatures got up to about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, so they were mostly killed by heat. And then when we see pictures of like the bodies here and things, those are castings. So there was a void created where the body was and then covered in ash. And then modern archaeologists were able to fill those voids with plaster and things. The ash was about 15 to 20 feet thick. And most of the buildings were buried, but some of the taller ones, you could still see the roof. And so a lot of people would loot this place shortly after the volcano. So a lot of the more valuable statues and jewelry and things were looted over the years, but still they have found so much, just remarkably preserved. I've never seen a Roman ruin so perfectly preserved, especially the paintings and the mosaics are incredible. These little cisterns or small pools in the center of the houses were used to collect rainwater, which they would then use in the household. After Mount Vesuvius covered this all in ash, Pompeii was really forgotten, and then again in 400 years later, it was covered by more ash by another volcano, or another eruption from Mount Vesuvius. And so it was kind of rediscovered by scholars sometime in the 1700s. They started to find references to the city, and then started poking around and realized it was all here under the ash. It's amazing what they uncovered here that's still intact somehow after 2,000 years. They found, you can't see it too well through the glass, but they found toasted wheat and olives, figs, all different types of nuts and grains. Somehow this stuff didn't rot over 2,000 years. Even look, this is bread. They found toasted bread. And I guess it was all preserved just because there was no oxygen under all that ash. There's some more frescoes. I've heard people say that you only need 2 hours to see this. That's absolutely not true. You could spend a whole day here easily. Here's some glass. Can't believe that made it without breaking. Bunch of pottery. Oh, and these are dice. Who knew dice were that old? They're still doing excavation. Here you can see some of the pots and amphoras that they've found. This is a huge room. there's so many little street side restaurants in my type of city. I've got my pork sandwich in here. So they would have had olives and different preserved vegetables and fruits in here, and then seating for customers. There's nothing like this anywhere in the world. I've seen a lot of ruins. They're usually kind of boring because there's not a whole lot to see, but this is amazing. Well, we made it to the Amalfi Coast. The road through the mountain has lots of these switchbacks. It's very narrow, and it's one of the scarier drives you'll ever make. Anyway, we're here and it's beautiful. You know, I've been seeing pictures of, there's a photo of this, of the Amalfi Coast on Windows. It's one of those Windows backgrounds that just comes with a computer. And it always looks so stunning. So it's exciting to be here finally. Check it out, the water's completely clear. And really fun spot. So let's start exploring this place. Well, I was so envious of Stanley Tucci when he got one of these fried pizzas here in Naples, so I gotta give it a try. So it cooked really fast, you saw in the video. And here there's ricotta, and I believe some ham, tomato, what else we got in there? I think a little mozzarella. Oh, it's delicious.